Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be starting story time for you guys, for all the kiddos out there that are in spring break, and the ones that are going to have another extra week of spring break. So our book for today is going to be Dear Miss LaRue, Letters from Obedience School, written and illustrated by Mark Teague. Local dog enters obedience school. Ike LaRue. Citing a long list of behavioral problems, North City resident Gertrude R. LaRue yesterday enrolled her dog Ike in the Igor Rottweiler Canine Academy, established in 1953. The academy has a history of dealing with such issues. "I'm at my wit's end," said Miss LaRue. "I love Ike, but I'm afraid he's quite spoiled. He steals food right off the kitchen counter, chases the neighbor's cats, howls whenever I'm away, and last week, while I was crossing the street, he pulled me down and tore my best camel's hair coat. I just don't know what else to do." School officials were unavailable for comment. "Dear Miss LaRue, how could you do this to me? This is a prison, not a school. You should see the other dogs. They are bad dogs, Miss LaRue. I do not fit in. Even the journey here was a horror. I am very unhappy and may need something to chew on when I get home. Please come right away. Sincerely, Ike." October 1st. And there's Ike putting his letter in the mail box. And that was his trip. "Dear Miss LaRue, were you really so upset about the chicken pie? You know, you might have discussed it with me. You could have said, 'Ike, don't you eat the chicken pie. I'm saving it for dinner.' Would that have been so difficult? It would have prevented a lot of hard feelings. Needless to say, I am being horribly mistreated. You say I should be patient and accept that I'll be here through the term. Are you aware that the term lasts 2 months? Do you know how long that is in dog years? Sincerely, Ike." October 2nd. "Dear Miss LaRue, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions about the Hibbins cats. First, they are hardly the little angels Miss Hibbins makes them out to be. Second, how should I know what they were doing out on the fire escape in the middle of January? They were being a bit melodramatic, don't you think? The way they cried and refused to come down. It's hard to believe they were really sick for 3 whole days. But you know cats. Your dog Ike." October 3rd. "Dear Miss LaRue, you should see what goes on around here. The way my warden, Miss Klondike, barks orders in shocking. Day after day, I'm forced to perform the most meaningless tasks. Today, it was sit and roll over all day long. I flatly refuse to roll over. It's ridiculous. I won't do it. Of course, I was severely punished. And another thing, who will help you cross the street while I'm away? You know you have a bad habit of not looking both ways. Think of all the times I've saved you. Well, there was that one time anyway. I must say you weren't very grateful, complaining on and on about the tiny rip in your ratty old coat. But the point is, you need me. Yours, Ike." Dear Miss LaRue, the guards here are all caught up in this good dog, bad dog thing. I hear it constantly. Good dog, Ike. Don't be a bad dog, Ike. Is it really so good to sit still like a lummox all day? Nevertheless, I refuse to be broken. Miss Klondike has taken my typewriter. She claims it disturbs the other dogs. Does anybody care that the other dogs disturb me? Yours, Ike. And there's the teacher taking his typewriter away. October 6th. Dear Miss LaRue, were the neighbors really complaining about my howling? It is hard to imagine. First, I didn't howl that much. You were away those nights, so you wouldn't know. But trust me, it was quite moderate. Second, let's recall that these are the same neighbors who are constantly waking me up in the middle of the afternoon with their loud vacuuming. I say we all have to learn to get along. My life here continues to be a nightmare. You wouldn't believe what goes on in the cafeteria. Sincerely, Ike. P.S. I don't want to alarm you, but the thought of escape has crossed my mind. Poor Ike. October 7th. Dear Miss LaRue, I hate to tell you this, but I'm terribly ill. It started in my paw, causing me to limp all day. Later, I felt queasy, so that I could barely eat, except for the yummy gravy. Then I began to moan and haul. Finally, I had to be taken to the vet. Dr. Wilfrey claims that he can't find anything wrong with me, but I am certain I have an awful disease. I must come home at once. Honestly yours, Ike. And here's Ike writing his letter to Miss LaRue. It says, Patient Ike LaRue. Diagnosis, hypochondriac. October 8th. Dear Miss LaRue, thank you for the lovely get well card. Still, I'm a little surprised that you didn't come get me. I know what Dr. Wilfrey says, but it is really wise to take risks with one's health. I could have a relapse, you know. With fall here, I think about all the fine times we used to have in the park. Remember how sometimes you would bring along a tennis ball? You would throw it and I would retrieve it every time, except for once when it landed in something nasty and I brought you back a stick instead. How I miss those days. Yours truly, Ike. P.S. Imagine how awful it is for me to be stuck inside my tiny cell. P.P.S. I still feel pretty sick. And that's him remembering his days at the park. October 9. Dear Miss LaRue, by the time you read this, I will be gone. I have decided to attempt a daring escape. I'm sorry it has to come to this, since I am really a good dog. But frankly, you left me no choice. How sad it is not to be appreciated. From now on, I'll wander from town to town without a home, or even any dog food, most likely. Such is the life of a desperate outlaw. I will try to write to you from time to time as I carry on with my life of hardship and danger. Your lonely fugitive, Ike. Uh-oh. What do you think Ike's gonna do? Uh-oh. LaRue escapes doggy detention, October 10. Former Snort City resident Ike LaRue escaped last night from the dormitory at the Igor Brotweiler Canine Academy. The dog is described as toothy by local police. His current whereabouts are unknown. To be honest, I thought he was bluffing when he told me he was planning to escape. said a visibly upset Gertrude R. LaRue, the dog's owner. Ike tends to be a bit melodramatic, you know. Now I can only pray that he'll come back home. Asked if she would return Ike to Broadweiler Academy, Miss LaRue said that she would have to wait and see. He's a good dog, basically, but he can be difficult. And there's the wanted paper all over town. Reward for Ike LaRue. October 11, somewhere in America. Dear Miss LaRue, I continue to suffer horribly as I roam this barren wasteland. Who knows where my wanderings will take me now? Hopefully, to some place with yummy food. Remember the special treats you used to make for me? I miss them. I miss our nice, comfy apartment. But mostly, I miss you. Your sad dog, Ike. P.S. I even miss the Hibbins cats, in a way. October 12th. Still somewhere. Dear Miss LaRue, the world is a hard and cruel place for a stray dog. You would scarcely believe the misery I've endured. So I have decided to return home. You may try to lock me up again, but that is a risk I must take. And frankly, even more than myself, I worry about you. You may not know it, Miss LaRue, but you need a dog. Your misunderstood friend, Ike. October 13th. Hero dog saves owner. Ike LaRue, until recently a student at Igor Broadweiler Canine Academy, returned to Snort City yesterday in dramatic fashion. In fact, he arrived just in time to rescue his owner, Gertrude R. LaRue, of 2nd Avenue from an oncoming truck. Miss LaRue had made the trip downtown to purchase a new camel's hair coat. Apparently, she neglected to look both ways before stepping out into traffic. The daring rescue was witnessed by several onlookers, including Patrol Newton Smitzer. He rolled right across 2 lanes of traffic to get at her, said Smitzer. It was really something. I haven't seen rolling like that since I left the police academy. And everybody's cheering for Ike because he saved Miss LaRue. Miss LaRue was unhurt in the incident, though her coat was badly torn. I don't care about that, she said. I'm just happy to have my Ike back home where he belongs. LaRue said she plans to throw a big party for the dog. All the neighbors will be there, and I'm going to serve Ike's favorite dishes. I'll bet he can't wait to taste the chicken pie. Uh-oh. I think Ike's in trouble again. The end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the book Dear Miss LaRue. Bye-bye.